Hey up guys, welcome back to the Litanah Army. I'm Litanah, and today I thought I'd do a little menu guide on Fortnite. I've seen a lot of people, and the reason for the title is I've seen a lot of people throwing all the skill points and all the research points and everything into all these different trees and categories, and you don't want to be doing that just yet, you know, because you're gonna be holding yourself back, because at the minute there's no reset button on the skill trees. So it worries me a little bit seeing watching some of these gameplays online and seeing people just thinking, well, I'll just put it into that. I'll just put it into this, myself included in certain areas. But hopefully if you watch this video, what it's going to do is it'll make it so that you're more resourceful with those points. You know when to save them, when to use them, and once you get to the end of the video, you should be quite good with the menus, and hopefully you'll enjoy the game a little bit more. But for now, what we'll do is we'll just quickly go over the menu. So this one, play, pretty straightforward. Any quest that you've got, so I'm working through this one now because it all reset since last time I played. So I'm just working through Stonewood again, and just going through here. So if you look, so these are all the quests that I've done so far with the ticks on, and I'm up to this one here. Look, so treasured friends. So I've got to loot a treasure chest in a successful mission in a 3+ zone. And then I've just got these 3 to do. There's quite a lot, you know, in Stonewood. Stonewood's quite a good area, but it's kind of like a slow burning tutorial, which is great. But still, I know the menus have been killing the enjoyment for some people, so I want to make sure that I kind of clarify all that and just show you how that goes. So there your quest. So first thing you'll do, like I said, when you click play, that's the first one that you'll go on. And you'll be presented with whatever quest. So mine is this one. So I'm presented with this. The next bit's the map. So you can kind of select quests on here if that's what you want to do. You know, so you can play the quest that way. So you just pick a 3 mission, and it'll tell you like the level of what that quest is. So if you click on there, look, so that's recommended power 3 and power 8. If you look at this one, power 5. So I can pretty much do all of these. Fight the Storm, that's my home base, but we'll come to that on another video as well. So the map's pretty straightforward, you know, it's just the area that you're in. And when you move out of Stonewood, then you'll have a different area to work in. Let's take us on to heroes then. So these are the heroes that you're going to be using in-game. This one, the primary hero, is the character you'll be controlling. And this one here, the squad bonuses, the mission defenders, and these are what you can put on the pads. So the actual pads in-game that you can get like a defender pad, and you can put these characters on it. So if you look at the heroes there, you don't have to pick the one that's got the highest level. It's just, you know, just what I pick, because I just think that's the one that makes most sense. You know, kind of like this guy's pretty cool. But if you look at my stats there at the side, so my health and my shield drops right down, you know, making me significantly weaker. See, this guy looks pretty cool, but I'll wait till I unlock more, you know, and I'll use them later on. But for now, you know, this guy, so if you click on him, you know, if I go on to, if I click on him there, if I go to upgrade, and there we are. So we've got this guy here, and what he does, you know, I've got all my stats going down the side. Don't know if you can see all those. And then as I level him up, these are the perks that he gets, you know, at different levels and things like that. So when I get to like level 12, I get power modulation, 15 Big Brother, and so forth. So that's pretty straightforward. They're the heroes that you use, and these are the defenders that you get. Okay, so you won't unlock this just yet. The squad bonus, it shows there, 20% of their stats to the primary hero. If the hero has an unlocked support bonus, then it will be applied to the primary hero as well, which is pretty cool. So heroes is pretty straightforward. The squads. So the squads these are out-of-game squads that boost your stats. If we're going to Survivor Squad, for example, now this is broken up into 9 different sections. Don't be put off or daunted by this, especially not early on. It's not absolutely crucial, but if you go into this, look, so this is my EMT squad. So this is going to up my fortitude stat. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just move the camera over just so you guys can see. So if I just put myself over here, there we go. And then what you can see on there, look, if I change this, so what you do, you've got leaders and you've got squad members. Now the leaders is a different pool of people to the squad members. So if you look at the squad members, different pool of people to the leader. So let's just come back off that. Oh my god, we need to work out where we're going to put this camera. All right, so if I just go, I'll go here now. All right, so what we'll do is, what you'll find, if I click on this guy instead, my health significantly drops. Yeah, because his fortitude stat is lower. This one here, look, 44, 44. So I'm reading this fortitude stat out that's here. You look on there, look, 40. So if you go to this guy, the doctor, goes up to 49. This guy's great. You can see he's a legendary. Yeah. And he bumps it up significantly, but he's more an offensive character. You know, so I would lose 19 off of my offense. So He's quite true. So this is the guy that I want. He's a doctor as well, so he's a fortitude type person. So we'll select him. And then the squad, these will unlock as you progress through the game. So you'll be able to fill this up, and then your fortitude bar will be as high as you can possibly get it. And again, you need to pick someone that's, that works well with that person. And for me, again, it's another unlock. It's this legendary down here. And she's got the highest fortitude stat that gives me the biggest bump. You can get a job match here, so it shows you if the job match. Personality match, that's if they match with this person here. So if you look, if I get another one, so this person, because she's got this same little stat here, the little rocks here, it gives me a personality match. Yep, and then range bonus, etc. But overall, it's not worth the drop that I'm going to take. I mean, that's a huge boost, so I may as well go with that. So that's what we go. And that applies to all the different sections. It just boosts a different stat. So your fire team stat does your offense. And if you look, you've got your resistance and everything else. So as you go through, what these will do is boost the stats that are in each section. So they'll boost, this one does fortitude. Oh, stop. So this one, it tells you there, look, it tells you at the bottom, team fortitude, team offense. And it'll tell you on each block as you go through. But again, this bit's not a bit you've got to worry about just yet. It's just one, if you've got the heroes, just drop them in. It doesn't really matter at this stage until you get out of Stonewood. But just to give you an idea, that's how it works. You've got defender squads as well. So these are the people you can put on the actual base. So when you get you can get a defender platform for your base, a little defender block, what you put on the floor. It's a little floor building segment, and then these people will stand on there. You can give them weapons, you can give them ammo. The only problem with that, they are good if you're doing a solo mission or you've not got anyone to play with, then they're quite good. They're not as good as a real person. A real person, you'll be looking at, I don't know, out of 10 as helpfulness. A real person, 10 out of 10. One of these guys, 6, 7 out of 10. So you can get through the mission, but the harder ones you might struggle if you use these guys. And again, these will just build up. So we're still in Storm. We're still. This is just for our home base at the minute. But as we get to Plankerton Storm Shield, then we'll have a new set of people, a new set of skills, and everything else in there. So here we go. The Armory. So this one's another one that can get quite tricky because you've got quite a lot of different sections in here. You've got your schematics, you've got all heroes, all defenders, all survivors. Transform, which I'll come to later. You shouldn't have unlocked that yet at this stage, but I'll just touch on that briefly. Your collection book, and then your resources. So let's start with the schematics. Alright, is my camera alright down here still? Let's move it down a little bit. Alright, I'm moving around a lot here, guys, so thanks for being so patient. There we go. And what I'll tell you about this is, and this is what the bit that confused me, these are not the items that are in your bag. These are the items that you can craft while you're in the game. And if you look on here, this is the legendary sniper that I've got, the copper triple tap. Now, if I go into this, what you've got, if you look on the perks, when I get this level up to 5, so I can level up the weapon here, look, I've got quite a lot of level ups, but don't spend them just yet, so just hold on to those just for now, because you might get something you want to level up later on, and it doesn't really make a big enough difference to the missions at this stage. So if you look there, look, so when I get to the weapon up to level 5, I'll get a 10% damage bonus, minus 20% recoil at level 10, and so forth, and it's like stepped up. There's better weapons later on, so, I'm not going to upgrade this one just yet. And in-game, if I'm crafting, these are the things that I need here. And they're all explained down the side. So here I've got blasting powder, so I need 15 blasting powder. I need 30 rusty mechanical parts, 1 active power cell, and 11 copper ore. The good thing about this is it tells you where to find them as well. So if you look on here, refined crafted ingredients, used as a base for many gadgets and explosive ammunitions made from coal. So I know that I've got to get into caves or find coal to do that. And some of the more tricky stuff like the copper ore, it tells you there, it's found in cave, mountains, and occasionally in containers in settled areas, which is fantastic. So it tells me all the things that I need to know there. So let's just move me up there. All right. So don't forget, these aren't in your backpack, they're just what you can make. Now, what I have leveled up, again, because I didn't know the game very well, I leveled up these traps, because I'd only got level 10 stuff, so I leveled up these wall traps, so the wall darts, the retractable floor spikes, the ceiling zapper, and the wall dynamo. I upgraded all those, but again, I don't think it's made a huge difference, it's not something you got to do. And these are all, like I said, if you want everything on there, like I said, that's that. If you go to this one, I don't know if you're like me, if you have an OCD, sometimes you'll get like exclamation marks that will come up over an area. All you need to do is go to your schematics, click the exclamation mark, and it just shows the game that you've looked at them, that you've seen them, so it's not telling you. It's just to kind of stop you missing things. It's in a lot of games, I think, these days. So that's all the things that you can make there, and all the things that you've got available. I've not made even even a hundredth of all this stuff yet. I've only made a few things so far. But once you've made them, then you keep them in your backpack, and then you can use them on the next mission. So I've really got to up my game gun-wise. So on the next mission, I'll be gathering, and I'll see if I can make a better gun for myself, and see what I can bring out from there. So this one, all heroes. These are the heroes that you've collected along the way. As you can see, I've got some duplicates there. So I've got base Kyle 3 times there. I've got a level 11 there. And some of these I've leveled up, which again I wish I hadn't, because like I said, it's a case of saving the points for later on for when you need them. I've just unlocked this one, and you just pick which one you want. Whichever one you want to do there. You can retire them, which I'll show you later on. You don't want to do that just yet. Again, it's a bit early for that. Defenders. So these are the guys that are on your base. Remember when I showed you about the using the base slots when we were talking about that? I use this one. And again, you can level them up as normal if that's what you want to do. Like I said, I'm not going to do that just yet. And the survivors, these are the ones that you use on the squads. Yeah, so just to summarise that, heroes are the ones used in game, defenders are the ones that you put on the pads to help you with the missions, and the survivors are the people who go into your squads, which will boost your character when they're in game. That's pretty much it. So they're not as difficult as they look. They could have probably put all these into one area, but they've kind of spread the menu out. Pros and cons to that. I quite like it, but I can see why people would get, frustrated with that. Your resources, if you're looking here, just stuff you've collected along the way. These are the stuff you want to save up. These are the stuff you want to wait for after missions. I've got 6,000 survivor XP. Can be found in llamas, retrieving survivors. And again, I'm just not using very much of it just yet. And I'm just trying to hold on to it. I used a lot of the go back. I used a lot of these coins, the founders coins, opening all the llamas when I got the founders pack, because you get a new game, you're all giddy, and you're getting all the new stuff. Anyone who's got the founders pack or anything higher than that, what I would say to you is don't think that the loot's going to come in thick and fast all the time, because it doesn't. That's kind of just a thing to welcome you into the game, and it feels like, God, this game's easy, I'm getting loads of stuff, and it's not. But the progression of it, once you get going, is actually pretty good. The last section that you might have opened at this stage is the collection book. So here you can, you put your characters in here, you can retire them into here or add them to your collection book. So rather than just retire them or just get rid of them, you can add them to this collector's book and you kind of get rewards for it. So you can, it potentially could get up to level 9. If I just have a quick look at something I've got a lot of. So I saw that I had the floor traps. I know that I've got several of these. So if I click, let's have a look, not wooden floor spike, this one. So the wooden floor spike's there. So if I click here, and look, I've got 3 of these. So if I just click that there, select, permanently slot the item, and I add that to my... I can only do that once though. See, so collection book, level 9 reached. Open this and I get something for it. There you go, so I get a skill point, which is actually good because that takes us on to our next section. And that's pretty much that. That's the collection book. Again, don't get bogged down by that. Again, it's not... You can always sort this out later on. I've got tons to go through. You can see the little numbers that are on here. These are all ones that I can add to the collection book, that are valid entries, and I've just not even gone through this just yet. I'll do it later on once I get out of Stonewood, but for now, focus on your main quests, which I'll show you. And transform is for later on. You can fuse together, say if you get like 4 green items, you can pile them together, so you've got like 1 blue, pile 4 blue items or 5 blue items, however many it is, and you use them with some of your resources to build up better weapons. But again, later on in game, not something you've got to worry about just yet. So for now, all you really want to worry about is all heroes and your schematics, so you can see what you can actually build in game. And if you've got something in mind that you want to build, for example, I use a ninja sword that I've got in game, but it's totally up to you what you want to use. So skills. So we've just got that skill point, which is great. You'll only have You'll only have this tier locked at first, and then you'll unlock the research tier later on. So if I click on that. This one's very linear. Let me just scroll out a little bit just so you can see. And we'll start there, look. So this is your first one. Constructor leadership. Allows constructors to join your hero squad. So dead straightforward. It shows you there what you can do. And then the next one. Do more damage to objects when hitting them with your pickaxe. And it's very linear, this first one. So, and the good thing about it is you can fill up pretty much all of the quests. My next one, which I've deliberately left for now, I'm not going to do it just yet, is this one, to unlock the expedition team. When I was showing you in the other tab, in the squads tab, that unlocks this one. So the progression's quite good the way that it does it. I'm not going to do that for this video, like I said, we're just going to go on. But it is possible to unlock all of this, and you tend to go straight down the middle to start with and then unlock the side stuff later on. So I've been told. I'm quite new to this as well. And then you've got the research tab. So again, if you just click on one of these, for example, this just boosts your stats. So tech +3. You know, I'm doing this, as you can see from there, it's quite symmetrical. I'm doing mine quite linear. You know, you can move over this way afterwards, and when you get to tier tech 2, and do it that way. So I guess you kind of go whether you want to be more techie and you can work downwards, or if you want to be more offensive, then you can work your way upwards. Completely up to you, you know, however you want to do that. Skill term, tech tree 2, very similar, you know, that's very linear as well. You know, go down the middle at first, and then again, if you want to get more, you know, this kind of style at the top, so unlock teleporters and ultimately go, you know, 3-star evolution, go that way, or you can go this way. It's totally down to you. You have to look at these, and I'm not going to go over them now, but you read these and see what you think's good for you. So this is a shotgun, which is probably for more up close and personal fighters. This one's like more snipey through the middle. This one looks more construction based. You know, if you look at that, which is probably the way I'm going to go when I get into there. So that's straight down the middle. I would always recommend that to start with, but it's just a recommendation. It's advice. It's offered. This one, you know, if you go this way, more like repairing, you know, that kind of thing. And then the top one, I'm not even sure what the top one does. All right, airstrikes, looks like support, the top one. So again, however you want to do it, grenade launchers, yeah, this is definitely a support tree. So again, you know, you won't be worrying about these too much for now, so I'm not going to go massively into that for the video. For now, skill tree 1, just work your way through the middle and you'll be getting it right. You know, whenever you can, you collect these research points, again, and you just work your way through the center, you know, and I'll do that, you know, later on. Loot, dead straightforward. Loot is loot. When you get the founders packs and stuff like that, you'll get loads of these, but you'll get loads in game as well, so don't panic too much about worrying. I probably, money wise, it's not something I would buy, but I can understand why people do, if you want to kind of rush through the game. But you will, you know, Epic Games have done a great job of making this kind of like a game whereby, you know, it's affordable, the progression's good, so you don't really need to do that. The store, if you did want to buy money, is there. Founders Bundle, I don't even know what offer this does. So 1,000 V-Bucks is $7.99. You can earn that quite easily in game, so don't worry too much, you know, about rushing to it. I get it if people want to, I'm not going to judge anybody, but personally, it's not something you need to do. If you've got a lot of money or you've got money lying around that you want to spend on games, then go for it. And the quest, really straightforward. Do you know, new friend added. Brittany Clan accepted your request. Thanks for that. So you've got main quests here. I would always go with these first. Hero quest and daily quest. At this stage, again, kind of ignore the quest tab. Do you know, everything what you want to be doing really is down here. So just get on this play tab, work your way through Stonewood, you know, and you'll unlock things along the way. So it's more than worth it. Because the unlocks are so good at the start. So there's like 10 pages worth of stuff. By the time you get through that, you probably won't need a tutorial like this, and you'll be quite au fait with everything, and you'll know what you're doing with it. But that's pretty much everything, guys. So that is from play right through all the menus, and that'll take you to the end. If you've got any other questions on it, you know, make sure you put in the comments below. We're learning together. I've been on Reddit quite a lot to learn a lot of that, what I've learned, but I know when I first put the game on, it was absolutely rock solid. So if this is something that you know, you want to see more of, or you want a different bit of advice in there, you know, just let me know in the description down below. And if you like this video and it's helped you, please press a like, you know, it means a lot. And subscribe if you want to see more Fortnite, because I'm going to be doing some gameplay this week as well. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.